Africa holds 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land, yet every year, it spends billions importing food it should be growing itself. This isn't just a paradox, it's a ticking time bomb. While fertile soil lies untouched, hunger tightens its grip, and the global economy exploits the gap. The question isn't why Africa struggles, it's why the world lets it. From the shimmering savannas of the Serengeti to the vibrant markets of Lagos, Africa pulsates with life, with potential. We see the strength etched in the faces of our farmers, the ingenuity blooming in our bustling cities. But beneath this energetic surface, a troubling truth lies dormant, a paradox that demands to be unearthed. Consider this: our continent, a land blessed with unparalleled natural resources, a cradle of civilization, is failing to feed itself. We, Africa, a land of immense agricultural possibility, are dependent on others. We hold within our borders approximately 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land, a staggering statistic, a promise whispered on the wind. Think of the possibilities. Fields stretching as far as the eye can see, teeming with life, feeding nations, fueling economies. Yet, the reality paints a different picture. We import vast quantities of food, grains, vegetables, even fruits, resources that could, and frankly, be cultivated right here on African soil. In 2022 alone, the continent's food import bill exceeded a staggering $75 billion. Billions of dollars flowing off Africa, instead of being invested in our own farmers, our own communities, our own future. This reliance on external sources, this dependence on the global food market, weakens our economic independence, undermines our sovereignty, and leaves us vulnerable to global price fluctuations and geopolitical instability. It stifles innovation, discourages local production, and perpetuates a cycle of dependence that has plagued us for far too long. We have the land, we have the manpower, we have the potential. So why then, with all this abundance at our fingertips, are we importing food? What forces are at play that keep us chained to this cycle? Wait. Are we importing what we can grow ourselves? Beneath the soil of the Democratic Republic of Congo lies a paradox as deep as its cobalt mines. This single nation produces over 70% of the world's cobalt, the very mineral powering every lithium-ion battery in your phone, your laptop, every electric vehicle on Earth. Yet, here's the staggering truth: while the world races toward a green energy revolution, 75% of Congolese citizens live without electricity. In 2021, global cobalt demand surged to 175,000 metric tons, a number set to triple by 2030. But in Kolwezi, the heart of Congo's mining belt, children study by candlelight. The wires that connect Tesla's factories to Congolese soil don't look back to power Congolese homes. Instead, raw cobalt is shipped to refineries in China, transformed into batteries in Germany, and sold as clean energy solutions in California. The chain is global. The profit isn't. And this isn't just about cobalt. Africa's soil feeds the world while its people go hungry. Its rivers quench foreign farms while its own villages thirst. The pattern is undeniable: raw wealth flows out, value-added goods flow back in, at a price. But here's what changes everything. The world is shifting. By 2040, Africa's workforce will be the largest on the planet. The very nations extracting its resources will need its consumers, its innovators, its markets. The question is no longer what Africa, it's who holds the keys to its potential. And then there's this: Congo's untapped hydropower could electrify all of sub-Saharan Africa. The same land stripped for minerals could power factories, schools, entire cities. The blueprint isn't missing. The priority is. So ask yourself, if the engine of the future runs on African resources, why doesn't Africa own the engine? Wait. The truth is, they already do. They just don't know it yet. So, here we stand. A continent blessed with the potential to feed not only itself, but the world, spending billions importing food. It's a paradox that demands our urgent attention. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet, it's about the food on our tables, the futures of our children, and the dignity of a continent. Imagine Africa controlling its own food supply, dictating its own economic destiny. It's a future within reach. But it requires knowledge, collaboration, and a shift in mindset. That's why we created the PornoAfrica Insider Membership. For just $9 a month at pornoafrica.com/membership.html, you get access to exclusive data, expert analysis, and a community dedicated to unlocking Africa's economic potential. The land is there. The opportunity is now. Let's work together to transform Africa from a food importer to a global breadbasket. Subscribe for more African wealth stories. Globe showing Europe Africa Money Bag.